can get him, he really take the power away from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and it'll be in our hands.
Yes, sir.
So that's really quick. I don't want to go into that. I want to talk about this a couple weeks later on, but I'm going to get into a little bit of it. But what I'm saying, after Malcolm was killed, then they made Lewis the national spokesman. That's when the government, the feds, start flooding money in to corrupt the entire ministry
Yes, sir. Yes,
of
sir.
the Nation of Islam. That's when they start. And I'm from Philly.
That's right.
I'm telling you, boy, man, Philadelphia, New York, Jersey, Chicago, and it was selling more narcotics than Carla was making liver pills.
Yes, sir.
I mean, the nation had become totally gangsterized because it was filled up with agents.
Yes, sir.
So if the minister's an agent, who he gonna pick to be his captain? Another agent.
Yes, sir.
And if the captain's an agent, who he gonna pick to be his lieutenant? So that's how the Nation of Islam began to
Yes,
become on its fall,
Yes, sir.
infiltrated there. And all this happened between 1965 and 1970. So if you did come in the nation, if you 60 now, if you did come in when he was 20 in 1975,
Yes,
and you
sir.
wasn't getting what it really was.
That's right.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad had to hold special meetings. Listen to some of the DVDs that they have of the Mestre now. I'm not teaching that.
That's correct.
He had come in and say, people are teaching what I'm not teaching.
Yes, sir.
So that's what they were teaching. So the point I'm saying, that even if you 60 now,
That's right.
and you was 20 then, you still was not having the teachings of that, which the Honorable Elijah Muhammad had given us. Because if you was 60 and it was 20, he was gone.
Yes, sir.
Who you gonna learn it from? So the Bible says in the book of Revelation 20:6, it says, blessed is he that hath part in the first resurrection.
Yes, sir.
For him the second death has no power. And it goes on to say that they will make back people, those who were in the first resurrection. He'll make them the priest of Christ.
Yes, sir.
And they'll reign with him 1,000 years. Well, the priest means the one who, the administrator. You make sure, what you believe, the beliefs, all of the rituals that you go through.
Yes, sir.
So that's what we do, those of us who have been part of the first resurrection, and let you understand what the second resurrection is. If there's a second resurrection, there's a what?
Second death.
Hey! Oh, this brother in. For there to be a second resurrection, there had to be a second death. The first resurrection is when the Honorable Elijah Muhammad raised us up from the dead.
Yes, sir.
That's the first one. That's what I stand on.
Yes, sir.
Now, when the Honorable Elijah Muhammad spiritually and mentally, psychologically, emotionally, and even physically, in my change of habits, raised me up as he did millions of other black people.
Yes, sir.
When he left off the scene, and remember how he raised us up is with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
That's right.
He raised us up by teaching us a knowledge of who we are. He raised us up by teaching us a knowledge of who our open enemies, the white race is. Open our eyes up by telling us Master Farad Muhammad is Allah, the God.
Yes, sir.
And he's come to deliver us.
That's right.
So it's that belief has